Your rude girl, rude boy awakening. Good morning, how you doing? See, I got a message for you, and it's about your relationship to God and society, and also a new point of view, a shift in my perspective about spiritual warfare. See, we cannot, we simply cannot do certain things. Have you ever had when you were going to nine to five job, right? When you go to your job, or you have to do something every day, and as soon as you wake up, you have a very bad feeling about it, but you drag yourself there, and this is repeat on repeat, which means you do something, but you have a bad gut feeling about it, and you have no way out of this. This is one of the most unhealthy things you could ever do. Being in a situation where you have to do something that you don't want to do and you have a bad feeling about it and still have to do it over and over again. On the other hand, it can be very healthy to swallow bitter pills. Bitter substance can absorb poison. And this is meant as self-realization. When you swallow the bitter pill of understanding your limitations and your weaknesses, this can detoxify you and create growth into more strength. But to do something that every piece of your body does not want to do, but you're still doing it daily, destroys your health and your spirit, which is the same. I'm saying this because when I'm talking about a certain kind of people, let me call it chosen, I realized I am insane and crazy. This is how people will perceive me. They don't accept this to a certain. I will never fit in with some people, right? And I have to let go of this trying to adapt, trying to fit in, trying to please. And this is why I also can talk about chosen ones, because it doesn't matter anyway. If you change yourself and try to fit in, it will not work. Because there's certain people, self-righteous people in the power structures of the world that are sitting in their comfort zones, and they have sacrificed a certain essence, a certain quality, and we can sacrifice this. We cannot. And this is why we will never be accepted. We need to go with this essence. Nietzsche said you need to have some chaos within yourself to give birth to a living star. And this is probably going in the direction of what I'm talking about. Now, the relationship to God is one of the most intimate relationships we could think, or I could think of. And it's not always the same. It's changing. Sometimes we challenge God, sometimes God challenges us and wants to teach us something. So sometimes we feel like he leaves us alone, right? This song from Gioli and Asia, those two women from Sicily who make great music, the song comes to mind, God, don't leave me alone. So this is my coffee. And this is because God may want to bring forth a certain quality in us, wants to get us to mature. Because we're not meant to be following blindly like sheep the shepherd all the time, and when one of our cheeks gets clapped, we show the other one, and we just taking in and taking in and taking in. No. We can challenge God, but God can also challenge us. So we can say, all right, God, if you don't handle this, then give me a sign. Lord, give me a sign. I really need to talk to you, Lord, right? Like DMX, but brother, rest in peace. Yo, um, see, sometimes when when a struggle gets real tough and we feel like we need to take it in our hands. Now, this comes to my shift of perspective in spiritual warfare. Why does God allow you to be attacked and feel like society does not accept you, you don't fit in, you're fighting for the good things, but they call you crazy and behave like hypocrites, self-righteous people that rather support the selfish, self-absorbed, worldly behavior of other people, right? Because I told you that this kind of thinking that the school teaches the children, um, as well as the capitalistic thinking, has conquered the human nature, or this is kind of the program that they try to do. And I'm not saying capitalism is the devil, okay? The idea of Karl Marx and his socialism, or whatever it Karl Marx is a covert narcissist that has fantasies of anarchy, or you know, this is probably worse than capitalism. I believe that democracy and capitalism are good ideas, but they are terribly executed, and democracy should rule over capitalism, but it's the other way around. Today, capitalism rules over democracy, and both the democracy and the capitalism are executed terribly. So it's a lot of misunderstanding. People always, when there is a great idea, people get very confused about it. It was the same with Yeshua. Yeshua did not want to found a church. Yeshua did not want to write a Bible. Yeshua just wants to live right. He don't even wanted everybody to follow him, because ideas are great. Ideas are custom tailored, unique solutions for a certain problem, and this is how Yeshua did miracles. But when people think they can copy that, or that this is a universal truth they can use in any situation, it becomes an ideology, it becomes sold. And when you sell something, the soul get lost. Okay, so a lot of confusion happens to the best ideas, and this is why the best ideas get sold and why the best ideas die. I'm not saying Yeshua died. We just need to understand him right, follow him right, and not in this sellout style, not in the blind style. It's all, and we don't have to idolize him. We have to understand him, feel him, and understand it is about internalization. When we read the Bible, it's not people going from A to B and this and that. No, it's parts of our psyche, parts of our fractured personality. It's people going to the motherland. It's a promised land, means that you find in this maze that is you find a center, you find a place of clarity that brings everything together. And it's the same when you read the scripture. It's the same when you meet people. It's the same. Everything that is outside is inside. And spiritual warfare is the same. It means when God leaves you alone, or you feel this and you challenge him and he challenges you, it means you need to mature. Maybe also when you're here, when you like living a life too heroically, you will create tragedy and project tragedy in your life. is too much what you try to do, and you have very wrong perception of yourself and of others. When you need to mature, you become rather a warrior that is aware of his own limitations as well as the worth of his own life. And the same with maturing means you're not following blindly like a sheep, the shepherd, but you take things in your hand. You embody the wrath of God. God does not always fight every fight for you. You need to act, and you need to internally be that thing that you need at that time. You know, which means when you're too people pleasing, when you're too nice, when you're too having not enough boundaries, spiritual warfare can mean that you change this, and this is why God leaves you alone. He don't want to do all these things for you all the time. So now you have the wrath of him inside, you have the fire. You do the things, you slay the demons. It's not your spirit team, it's not your angels, it's not God, it's you doing it. You do this yourself. As an internal process. And it's very healthy, in my opinion, the opinion of a person that is crazy and never will fit in and is getting aware of this. It's, in my opinion, healthy to internalize all the processes. We don't take them out into the world. Of course, we don't take violence out in the world. It's an internal process of slaying the demons, right? Of your own demons. Um, and it's a process of maturing, getting away of immature images like hero, like being just a sheep. The Lion of Judah is a leader. He appears as a slain sheep because he's ready to sacrifice himself and give unconditionally. But he can also stand up and fight. It's up to your own discernment, you know. Yeah. So recently I'm feeling a little bit off the rails. I think a lot of people going through these feelings, a lot of changes, jumping the timelines. Um, the energies are just going out of the roof. It's a crazy time we're living in. Um, so I just leave you here with these ideas of me, and the message is that you can really internalize all the struggles. Sometimes it feels so complicated, and you go out in the world and you think, when you're thinking of spiritual warfare or this and there, and it's all in yourself, and you need to embody that what you need. You need to be able to change your shape yourself, shape your personality. When you need the wrath, be the wrath. When you need a fire, be the fire. Stand up with all your authority, okay? When somebody sends the elements to you, tame the elements. You can tame all the elements. They are God, they are part of the cosmos. Send them right back. All right, stand up, my sister, my boy. And yes, I'm ready. I'm ready to that you can call me crazy and insane now. I'm ready for this. Because I told you it's so unhealthy to try to fit in when it doesn't feel right. I don't wanna I don't wanna do this anymore, right? No, I'm ready. And I feel like when I try to be obedient and fit in society, it's just a disgrace to see the hypocrite, self-righteous people. Um, they don't accept us anyway, so we just have to find our own unique way. and don't sacrifice this essence that we carry, that fire that we carry, because that's the only way, right? So stay blessed and stand up. Come to me and tell me in my face that I'm crazy. Please, I want to talk to you about that. You know, yeah, please. I'm ready for that. So my rude boys, rude girls, stay rude and let go all the madness. All right, let go the madness.